Welcome in, spice lovers, to another edition of The Spice is Right, Volume 2 for the week, our student submission episode. I am Seth Burchett, Mr. Burchett, joined alongside, as always, my partner in spice crime, Matt Jones, Mr. Jones, and we're going back to Buc-ee's today.
Back to Buc-ee's. And as we said last time, they have like a ton of different hot sauces to try out. This one is Taco Reaper. So, you know what's in it. Reaper.
There is some Reaper in it.
And I looked, and there is Carolina Reaper in here. So, yes, it is probably going to be hot.
The other hot sauce we did from Buc-ee's was a peach habanero that was not at all habanero-y and very peachy.
And habaneros are usually hot. Like the last one we did, we had a habanero. It was really hot, and so and it wasn't. So this one, maybe it won't be as hot as we would normally get with Reaper.
It did say on the other bottle that it was a mild sauce, the peach habanero. This one is labeled as hot.
It does say hot.
This sauce submitted to us from Sean H., who gave us the other Buc-ee sauce. I think this was your gift for Christmas.
This one was mine.
And one of the questions that I'm going to have is, should we put this on tacos?
I think that's important because that's what it's marketed for, right?
It says Taco Reaper.
It's taco sauce.
I assume we should put it on a taco. But no, full disclosure, that's not foreshadowing. We don't have tacos. But I would like some tacos right now. Also, I want to throw this out before we get too knee-deep into it. Like, comment, subscribe, because I think some people don't watch all the videos. So I'm going to throw it out now because it really does help the channel. We're up to 182 subscribers on YouTube.
Crazy.
And we have only been doing this for, 3 months now?
Something like that, yeah.
So we are growing. We want you to grow with us. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, all of those fun things that every YouTuber says. We will also say it because we would like you to watch our stuff and hopefully we're entertaining. But we've got Taco Reaper sauce.
Yes, and we have the question. And speaking of comments, we have run out of questions. So we need you guys to help us ask a lot more questions.
Random stuff.
Yeah, so we did just like last time. I asked the chat bot, and this time I asked one. And so the question is...
This is rare because usually I'm the one that knows the question, but I did specifically tell you...
I gave me more.
I did not.
No, I gave us the same.
I did not want to know the question because I like the randomness and the reaction of it and to have to think on the fly.
It's hard to pour. I'm sorry. I gave us a lot.
Wow. Well, I hope it's not terrible. It can't be the last dab hot.
It cannot be as hot as last dab. So
I'm still recovering from the last dab.
Oh, my Lord.
And we're, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks removed?
That was hot.
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, so if you had a pause button.
Okay.
And you could pause one moment in your life, what would that be?
Oh, that's deep.
That's a philosophical question.
All right. Cheers. Right away, that reads as taco sauce. I don't know that I would call this a hot sauce. I mean, it is, and it's marketed as such. But my first inclination, it feels like taco sauce.
It does. It feels like a hot taco sauce. It's really good.
It is.
So pause button. What time? See, I have, unfortunately,
cheers,
so many. It's really hard.
But you only get one.
You only get one.
So a pause button where you get to relive the moment or the time period?
Yeah, or just like be in the moment, that one amazing moment.
Wow. So my answer to that is probably very stereotypical. I would go back to a time when those that I have lost are still around. So I will get deep because it's a deep question. I don't know my dad. I've never known my father, my biological father. I've never had a relationship with him. I had two very influential male figures in my life, my uncle, my grandfather. I lost my uncle when he was 35. I was an 8th grader, actually, in middle school, and I lost my grandpa about 3 years later. So I would go to a time where just everybody was together and just enjoy that moment because you always hear you don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Right.
And that's really true after you lose someone. So for me, it would be going back to a time when I was younger, I had less worries, and everyone from that time period was still around. And just to relive a day with everybody there and just be able to hug them and tell them, hey, like, I love you, I miss you. So for me, that's a very deep answer to a very deep question.
Yeah, and just a very, very good answer. And I don't think you said it's maybe typical. I don't think that's. But sometimes when I think we feel like some things that are typical are like passe, and they're not. Like they're
Yeah.
typical because they're good. They're
Yeah.
typical because they're important to everyone across the board. And so mine is, I would argue, it's typical too.
Yeah.
I would go back to the day I got married. I would go back to us saying "I do," and it was just an excellent day, and our reception, and seeing all of our family and friends happy, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And if I could just pause in that moment and just be there forever, it'd be great.
No, that's well, and oftentimes like we forget those moments because
And
we have
they're
them.
going by so fast,
Yeah.
right? Like that day was like that, right?
I'm gonna play I'm gonna play have a little comedic moment off of yours. So my wedding, I might go back to it if I could. If I had a second pause, I might go back to that day.
Yeah.
Because I'm a moron sometimes, and so the
Which
day.
is why we do a
so
hot
I'll
sauce
tell a
channel.
funny story from my wedding
Uh-huh.
because we're talking wedding stories. So my groom's cake, I had to go pick up that morning. Our wedding colors were purple and orange. We got married in October. It wasn't a Halloween wedding. That's just my wife's favorite colors.
Yeah.
And I'm colorblind. I don't care. Like
So it worked out.
Yeah, you throw me in whatever, and it's fine. She, I think, wanted orange because I'm a big Browns fan, and she liked orange, and it kind of fit with the fall theme. So, anyways, fast forward. I go pick up my groom's cake. I get it to the building. And I told my groomsmen, I said, you all have one job. Do not, like, I'm carrying it in. It's on this big piece of plywood. So it's like this big, literally. I mean, if you can see, I'm a large man, so this is a wide arm span. It's a big cake. I walk in and set it down, and my vest is covered in blue and gray frosting.
Oh, no.
My groomsmen had one job to watch me carry it in and make sure I didn't get. So now the wife, the future wife, hears about this.
Right.
My photographer saved the day. She had a Tide pen and worked vigorously to get all of that off. And so if you look at our wedding pictures, you would never know that there was lots of frosting on me at that point.
Catastrophe.
Yeah, it was bad. And I just kept screaming, don't tell her, don't let her know. Like, let's get it figured out. Just don't tell her. We got it taken care of. But just for my groomsmen, if you're watching, you had one job and you failed. That was it. Just they all failed. I actually don't think they were all with me, but they all failed.
If I had extra pauses, it would have to be 3 extra pauses, and I would be there when my children were born.
Oh yeah,
but that's too many pauses. But if I did, that's where they would be. Be there whenever they enter the world, and our family.
That's a good question, though. And what would your pause be? Like, if you could pause, what would your pause be?
What would a moment you could just sit in and relive for a while? What would it be? Let us know.
That's deep.
Alrighty. So, flavor. What do you got for this taco Reaper sauce?
I think the flavor is kind of mid. So I'm going to go 3. I think it's a 3.
See, I really like it.
I like it.
I think it's really tasty. I'm going to go a 4. It's not like my perfect sauce, but I really, really, really like taco sauces.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite sauces.
So when I say it's mid, again, I always want to say I don't think that's bad. No. It's kind of in the middle for me.
Yeah. Well, more people would like this.
Yeah, I agree.
Spice.
I'm going to go 3 there as well.
I agree. I think 3. It is hot, but it is not regular Carolina Reaper hot. I was expecting, I was like, oh, here it goes. But it's really not as hot as I was thinking. 3, I think, is perfect for that one.
Uses. I'm going to say 2 because I think this is exclusively a Mexican type of dish sauce. Tacos it would be perfect on. Quesadillas or enchiladas or something like that. I think you could use on. Can I see myself putting it on pasta? Or can I see myself putting it on Asian food or just like eggs? Like I'll put or tuna. Like I will. That sounds gross. Some of you viewers are like, that's gross, Purchett. Don't be eating like eggs and tuna. But I can't see myself using it in those applications like I could other sauces.
Yeah.
But it's perfect if you've got taco night, if you're cooking up enchiladas or something like that.
So for my family, we eat Tex-Mex food all the time. I cook that at least one Tex-Mex thing almost every single week. So for me, I'm gonna put this as a 4
Oh,
because
nice.
I use it. I would use this a bunch just because it's so applicable and it's not well. It is a little hot.
So I was going to ask that question because
Yeah.
when we think uses,
Whoop.
one of the things that we kind of talk about is
how many people can eat it?
how many people could eat it. So, and you have your family of 5, correct?
Correct.
So how many of those 5 do you think can
Not
handle
many.
that sauce?
Not many. So I'm going to bring it down to a 3 just purely because it is hotter than a traditional hot sauce.
This is one of our most disagreed on sauces.
It is. We're usually pretty locked in. Okay, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7,
And
8, 9,
6,
10, 11, 12,
so
13,
13 and
14,
5.
15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, 18 sounds
And
right.
that's still a respectable hot sauce. And this is from a bigger brand.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of found that they score a little lower, I think, because they're trying to get more people.
Well, and those big brand sauces, what I think happens is that they're trying to get a wider audience, and part of that is you can't have it too spicy.
That's true. Yeah.
If it's super spicy, the people that want that stuff will find it.
Mhm.
But when you're a big chain company, which is what Buc-ee's has become,
Yeah.
you're catering to a much wider audience.
I do think it's a little bit of false advertising on their part. And I say that because you get that habanero sauce and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
this ain't bad. You go somewhere and get a habanero sauce and it burns you
Yeah.
up. Or you get this one, you're like, I can handle Carolina Reaper. And you go
Yeah.
get a real Reaper sauce and you are destroyed.
Yeah, it's
So
it's
it will
like
give you some false confidence.
It's like
I think.
Diet Reaper. Like it's
Yeah.
it's toned down.
It's hot, but
Yeah.
it's not going to destroy you.
It's like the difference between drinking a Coke and a Diet Coke. You're getting with a Diet Coke, you're getting a toned down version, or at least not the sugar. In this, I think that's kind of what you're getting
So
too.
it could be a little misleading. So be careful if you get Buc-ee's taco Reaper sauce and you're like, I can handle Reapers. Be careful.
But I will defend Buc-ee's in this way. They did label it as hot, and I would
did.
probably put it on that
100%.
in the rating scale
Mm-hmm.
because the peach habanero was mild.
Yeah.
I think that was actually less than mild, to be completely honest.
true.
But on their scale, it probably was
and
mild.
this is hot, and it is hot.
Yeah,
So
and
that works out.
I have seen they have some extra hot sauces.
Oh.
So they do get into like ghost pepper type sauces.
My goodness.
I have not had them, but I have seen them because even before this channel, I've always loved hot sauces. I go up to, when I go to Buc-ee's, I make a stop in the hot sauce aisle just to look. I don't usually buy a whole lot, but I do like looking at them.
See what they got.
And Pepper Palace is another place I love going to because it's a hot sauce lover's dream. But that grades for Buc-ee's Taco Reaper.
I'm gonna go with a 83.25.
I was going to go B- as well. A B- for me. Here's what I would love to do with this in an ideal world, which I already have it.
Yeah.
But if you like hot stuff and you want to try this, when you go to Buc-ee's, they do sell tacos. They sell burritos.
Oh,
Get the Taco Reaper sauce.
If you like hot sauce.
If you like hot sauce and you're willing to try something just a little bit spicier, get the Taco Reaper sauce. Get one of their burritos because they make amazing burritos. And put that on your burrito there. That's perfect. That's what I would do.
Maybe
with
if they
that.
sell samples too. That way, I don't know if they do.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of they've got a one size bottle.
So I would make sure that you actually like hot stuff. If you don't actually like hot stuff, then this may not be something you use a lot, and it probably would be kind of a waste of money. But if you already like hot stuff, then this is a pretty good one.
Or if you're just living dangerously.
True, and it won't burn you up.
No,
not hard.
It won't. Well, and you can adjust how much you put on. True. So that's going to do it for us. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Give us some questions.
Yeah, give us some questions. Make sure you tell us what your moment of pause would be. And it can be something silly. It can be something serious. We kind of went the serious route with it because it is a very deep question. But also, T-shirt sales. I will continue to link the form.
We've got exciting. We've already got people buying them.
We've got one so far that has bought another teacher in our building and supporting us. I know there are others that want to. But we want you to have them too, and we are selling them at cost. Like full disclosure, we're not making any money off of those. We just want you to be able to, and maybe by the end of the year,
we send the order to the person.
Yeah,
so
we send it to the person.
It's $10 for juniors, $12 for adults.
Yeah,
and we just send them the money. Like we don't.
Here's what my goal is:
just to spread the word. Really,
I'm gonna spring this on you. By the end of this school year, I want a Spices Right day where everybody that has one of the shirts wears their shirt that day.
Oh, that's tall. We do that. I mean,
that would be to me really cool, and just like get everybody together and take a picture.
Because they're moving on too. So
They are,
we're
yeah.
gonna lose this group of kids.
Our students are moving on, and for me, I'm a little more sentimental about this group that we have because I had all of them last year.
Right.
Because I moved up, and so I tell them all the time it's because of them. I mean, I like them, but that was not why. I just like the content better. But that's going to do it for us.
That's
like,
all.
comment, subscribe, order a shirt if you like. I'll put the link down there as well, and tell a friend. Tell your parents. Tell somebody. We need more subscriptions, and at 200, we'll do some sort of giveaway. We got some really cool stickers in the other day from another company.
We did,
and we'll do an unboxing between now and then to give away a few stickers.
Sounds good.
For Mr. Jones, Matt Jones, I'm Seth Burchett. Mr. Burchett saying, stay spicy.
See you guys.